Hello, tribe, and welcome to today's Tuesday tea. It took me a moment to go live. I hope I wasn't like for 2 seconds looking like this, staring like this. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's Tuesday tea. Today, we are going to talk about what is it that happens when your mind is saying, yes, I want to do this thing, but your body says, yeah, no, not today. So that's what we're going to talk about. The tea today is that your body is tea, right? Not in the way you think about your body is tea, even though, yes, your body is tea, but in a different way, in a sense that your body is going to take you to where you want to be, but you have to be willing to care for it and bring your body along with you. Because one thing that happens a lot with us is that we have this idea in our minds of what we are going to achieve and what we want to achieve, but then we forget that we have a body, right? We have a body that is going with us, a body that has been through a lot, a body that has experienced trauma, that has feelings and that has emotions. So we have to remind ourselves that our bodies and taking care of ourselves should be at the center. But I got a little bit ahead of myself. So we're going to talk about this in detail. Here's the thing. Let me tell you about the Tuesday tea because I didn't explain anything. So every Tuesday, I share with you my Tuesday tea series, which is a newsletter that gets to your email every single week, where I share a recipe to help you move forward and to build your dream life in a way that honors yourself. Okay, that's what happens. And then in the afternoon, at least afternoon for me at 5 p.m. CST, I show up and I discuss this with you. Okay, so I have my notes, and I trust that as more of you start knowing about this Tuesday tea, we can have this little ritual between us and just talk about these topics that are so important for us to achieve the life we want, right? If you don't know me by now, my name is Erika. I am an empowerment and embodiment coach. I like to think of myself as your coach for what's next. I help women who have done a lot of the work to get out of the thinking mind and start acting and going after the life that they want, but in a way that actually honors themselves and their bodies and their needs. Does it make sense? Now that's why we're talking about it, because everything that I do, everything, this Gentle Badass community, the Gentle Badass Academy, everything is related to you taking care of yourself as you go after your goals. Because yes, you can be a badass, but you gotta be gentle. I see that Anne joined me. Oh, hi, Anne. This is so good. I get company today. And by the way, listen, if you are catching this on the replay, just comment replay so I know that you're here, so I can get a sense of like, okay, how many of us are watching this? Do we like it? Do we enjoy it? Do we want something else? You know what I mean? And also, like, I like to feel your presence, because this, at the end of the day, this is a conversation. All right, so let's backtrack a little bit and let's think about it together, right? Let's think about it together. Have you ever had a vision, a dream, something that you want to achieve? And when you are in this vision, you probably did this visualization online, an exercise with somebody, or you're just walking around and thinking about the possibilities and how life could be, right? You have this vision and you're in the cloud and everything goes well, everything is amazing, right? But then we say that reality hit. And I put this on quotes on purpose because, I mean, it's not actually reality, right? But then kind of like these quote unquote reality hits, and you start feeling this lump in your throat. You start thinking about, oh my God, I will have to be more open about my story, about who I am, speaking to other people, being public, whatever that is. And you feel this like a lump in your throat. Maybe you feel like your heart just starts racing and beating really, really hard. Maybe you start clenching your jaw and your hands, and you have this feeling that, oh my God, now I have to do all of this, and you start feeling a little bit anxious, right? Who here? Like, and you can raise your hands in the comments, okay? You can, even if you're catching this on the replay, because I know that this is a universal experience, right? And since we're here together and we're reflecting further on the tea, and by the way, you can read the tea anyways, anytime. So just think about what does usually happens in your body when you think about what you want and then proceed to think about the reality of what is it that you have to do to get there. What happens in your body, right? So when this is happening to your body, and we're all different, When this is happening to your body, what's happening is that you're getting cues. You're getting cues and your body is trying to tell you something. But here's the thing, your body is not trying to tell you what you think is telling you to do. Your body is not telling you to quit. Your body is not telling you, I cannot do this. It's telling you something different, and I'm going to explain to you in a second, right? But what happens is that we have all of these cues. Sometimes we don't even realize what's happening. Some of us are really aware, we are connected with our body, we have this, this amazing thing of being connected with our body, which is good. And then instead of doing the other thing, which is the alternative, and we're going to talk about the alternative, we start procrastinating. We start something and then we quit. We start convincing ourselves that, you know what, actually, I want something different. You know what, this is not actually important. You know what, I don't need that amount of money. I'm fine as I am. We start saying all these things to ourselves. And what happens is that we stop pursuing what we want, or we are just very scattered and we start and we stop and we start and we stop. We're like, what the fuck is wrong with me, right? Can you relate? Because I was there as well. So that happens because back then, all the cues that I told you, you just ignore them. And this is not to judge or shame. This is just normal. It happens. It happens to the best of us. And I am here to bring in not only the awareness, but also, okay, now you know this, and you have to do something with this information. So that happens, right? Oh, and look at TD also joined. Hi, girls. Yes, this is exciting. I love having met different people in the tea. Thank you for joining me, ladies. So yeah, and you start thinking, okay, you start judging yourself. You start thinking, I'm not good for this. I'm not good enough. I will never be able to have what I want to have. And that's not what's happening at all. So what is it that is actually happening? This is just your body. And Jai also joined me. Yes, my ladies are showing up. So your body is telling you all of these cues. Your body is not telling you to quit. Your body is just telling you, you know what? I want this, but not this way. I want to go after what I want, what we want as mind, body, and soul, but I don't want to do it this way. The problem is not that you're lazy, that you lack discipline, is that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Most of us don't even know what the fuck we're doing, right? The problem is that we are trying to force our bodies and move in a way that is not natural, that is not helpful, that is not nurturing. Okay, that's the thing. The good news is like nothing wrong with you. Okay, this is like, here's the tea. There's nothing wrong with you. So it's time for us to go back and connect with our bodies again and see, okay, what is it that I actually need to be able to go after what I want? And be really unapologetic about it and really being shameless about it, because you are here to honor your needs. Okay, you do have a purpose. Maybe you have a purpose like myself. I love helping people. This is one of my life purposes. But the other life purpose is to be happy and to enjoy, because we're here and we're here for a reason. So if a huge part of your life is going to be to do this thing, to achieve that goal, and the journey is probably long, then you have to support yourself and you have to support your body. All right. So this is like the first piece that I really want you to take from here, from the tea. Okay. And then if you haven't read the tea yet, just go ahead and check it, because I start going on a tangent over here and there's other information inside of the tea. Okay. So you can read, you can come to the live. I love this. I love this. Okay. I see hearts and I see, okay. Okay, girls. I love that. I love that. Okay. So here's the thing. Now let's talk about this recipe, because I know how easy it is for me to sit down here and be like, yeah, just reconnect to your body and honor it. Right? This is really cool. But you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I do this? Because in your practical life, it can be really hard. I don't want to say it is hard, because at the end of the day, it's simple. You just need to cater to your body and use the strategies or the recipe that I'm going to share with you. But I acknowledge that it may be really hard. You may have this feeling that it's hard to care for your body. First of all, connect to your body. And then second of all, actually put the things into practice and let go of like, oh, what are other people gonna think? I'm resting more than I should. Like, we should delete all of that. We should erase all of that. But you know what? If you are inside of my Gentle Badass Academy, that's what we're gonna do for an entire year. So listen, we're gonna. And by the way, my Gentle Badass Academy is my premium membership here inside of Substack, and we do a lot of fun stuff over there. And I'll share with you in the end. Okay, let's talk about the recipe. All right. So the recipe for your body is tea. You taking care of your body, taking your body along with you on this beautiful journey that you are starting or continuing or restarting of building your dream life. All right. So what do we have to do to actually help our body along the way? First of all, we need to create safety. If you create safety in your body, you are going to be freaking unstoppable. I'm not even joking. Because the main problem of 90% of the people who struggle to achieve what they want in a healthy way, I do things the healthy way, is because they don't feel safe. They don't feel safe going after it. You don't feel safe being vulnerable. You don't feel safe speaking up for yourself. You don't feel safe selling. That's the thing. You don't feel safe. Sometimes people think, oh, I'm not confident. You are. You are so confident in other areas of your life. Sometimes, yes, probably lack confidence, but other times I know a lot of women. I know a lot of powerful women. That's what I do for a living, helping and supporting women, right? And many of us, we are actually confident in many areas of our lives. But the thing is that we lack that safety in our bodies, which is normal because many of us have been through a lot, right? And when we feel this sense of uncertainty, insecurity, we start getting back to like survival, and we don't feel safe. So we're like, okay, I'm not going to do this because I don't feel safe. So that's where you are going to feel your jaw clench and this feeling of like, I just want to kind of like brace myself. That's where this feeling is coming from. So if you allow your body to feel safe, if you talk to your body and you just remind your body that you feel safe, if you use strategies to help your body feeling safe, doing the things that you need to do to achieve what you want, then you are going to experience that your body is just going to be like, come on, let's go. And I'm not even talking about you never feeling scared again. You are going to feel, you're going to fear. You're going to experience fear. That's just how things go, right? I was a little bit scared before I hopped off on this call. This is my third live on Substack, right? I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to show up. This is kind of stressful, but I'm here, right? Because I've trained my body to know that this is safe. This is okay. Nothing is going to happen. Right? Exactly. And as Anne is saying, anything new is scary at first. And you are going to experience it. Only thing you have to do is just tell your body that you're safe in actions, in movement, right? And we're talking about body. Somatics is one of those things that really helps with this. Just shaking off the fear. And you are going to realize what is it that it helps you. For example, for me to show up to this live, I just tell myself, this is not about me right now. This is not about my fear or anything. I'm here to serve people, and this is ridiculous. You shouldn't be scared. That's what works for me right now. But it depends on the thing. And then I also want to just add a little bit of nuance to this, because statistically, a lot of us women, we have been through abuse. I'm one of them, right? So if you have been through trauma, if you have been through abuse, you have a nervous system that tends to be more sensitive, right? So sometimes you feel scared, and sometimes you feel like you're about to die because your nervous system is like, danger, danger, right? Because it's overstimulated. So this is, if you have been through something, this is what I'm telling you, 10x taking care of yourself, not 10x go after what you want to go hard, okay? Don't misquote me. Okay, and let's create that safety in your body. I mean, this is, I didn't say the 2 tablespoons part. So you need 2 tablespoons of creating safety. That's the recipe of the tea. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Next, what we need for this recipe is to love your body. Listen, I don't know about you, but like love, joy, excitement, they are the best motivators ever. And when I'm talking about loving your body, I don't mean just, hug yourself and just, speak to yourself nicely and wear beautiful clothes. I love this also. I love wearing beautiful clothes. But I'm talking about in the little things, in the way you treat your body and in the way you treat yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you are loving towards yourself, you are going to have this feeling of, I always think of myself as like, if I were my friend, or if I sometimes, as I'm a businesswoman, I'm like thinking, would I like working with me? Would I like working with me today? It's just, treat yourself with love. And I share in the Tuesday tea, in the newsletter, I share this story about this one day where I was in the bathroom, doing the things like just um, with the lotion and just spreading the lotion all over my body and just combing my hair and just brushing my teeth. And all of a sudden I realized that I was doing everything so aggressively. I was like brushing my teeth like this and combing my hair like so aggressively. And I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this? And this is just a little thing, but at the end of the day, it all adds up, because that's how you are going to treat yourself. You know that saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything? I really believe in that. I really, really do. And when you sit down to work and you have this business that you want to thrive in, how do you treat yourself then? Are you treating yourself with love, or are you just judging yourself all the time, right? When you treat yourself with love, then you create that safety. Everything is connected, right? Because you're going to feel safe in your body when you give it a lot of love, when you give a lot of love to your nervous system as well. I'm seeing a comment by TD. When I give a workshop or a presentation, I make sure I talk casually to the participants first. It tells my body to relax. Oh, that's amazing, because you give yourself enough time to know that you're safe. That's really beautiful. That's an awesome strategy. And you just, when you find out these things that work for you and you just use them and you allow yourself to be, because sometimes I feel sometimes as people who have been through a lot, we have this thing where we think we shouldn't need to do so much, to just do basic stuff, right? But it's not too much. It's just, that's the thing you need to help you out. Okay. And then the last thing is to care for your body. And this is not just random self-care. This is about you really taking care of yourself in every way. Because how many times we force ourselves, we push through, we say, this is just one more thing, another 5 minutes, I should be, and again, in the language, how do we talk to ourselves, right? And I'm going to give you some prompts today. I have some prompts for you, so you can just think about this and start thinking of ways that you have that you can use to bring your body along with you. Oh, thank you, TD. TD is saying, I have to go pick up my kid. Thank you, lovely. Thank you so much for showing up for the time that you could. So, okay, let's go to the prompts. Oh, I forgot to tell you a little bit about taking care of your body, but I guess that you can go ahead and read the Tuesday tea, and then you read the part of caring for your body, and I'm gonna go for the prompts. Are you ready? Okay. So first prompt that we're going to think about, that you can journal about, you can reflect. I always like journaling because it gives you a different experience, because you are materializing your thoughts. Oh, Gaia joined us as well. Hi, Gaia. This is so fun. You know what? Third Tuesday tea live session, and I have all of you here. This is amazing. Thank you, ladies. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Does this make sense? You can tell me anything you want and ask any questions. Okay, so hi Gaia. So let's reflect on okay, let me read the prompts. What's one body cue you've been ignoring lately? So this is one of the things that it is hot, Gaia. Listen. What's one body cue you've been ignoring lately. Yeah. So this can be one of the things that you can think about when you are trying to make a task or something that you said you were going to do. And you can even just think about this thing that you have to do, one thing that you have been procrastinating on, and think about what is that one body cue when you think about this thing that you have been ignoring. You will probably realize that you feel like a little, constriction. Okay. So yeah, think about what's one body cue you've been ignoring lately. And then I think I gave you a little bit of an idea of what to do with those body cues. So maybe you can write down, okay, what can I do? How can I bring my body to safety? Right? So you can do that. The other prompt is, how can you be more loving towards your body? Oh, I love this one. And this needs to be very actionable, okay? All right, and the last one is, how can you care for your body for the rest of the week? That's it. Easy peasy. And go ahead and read the tea, because there are some things that I didn't say that was inside of the tea. That's why you have to do both, right? And if next time, if you can next week, read the tea and then come to the session. If you can't, that's fine. But if you read the tea, I think this is going to be way more fun. I think. So this is it. I am so excited for you to join me. And you know what? I'm fairly new to Substack. I have opened my membership, my Gentle Badass Academy. And this way of thinking is what's behind everything that I do inside of the Gentle Badass and the Gentle Badass Academy, which means we really care for our needs and for our bodies, right? So everything that we are going to do, and just for you to know a little bit about the Gentle Badass Academy, is that it's a place where I have created a space for us, for women who have been through a lot and have done the work to actually build the life they want. This is us working in real time to help you get to where you want to be. But if you are watching this, if you read me before, if you know about my journey, you know I'm all for the gentle way, meaning we kick ass. Yes, we do, because we're powerful women, but we do take care of ourselves. Inside of the Gentle Badass Academy, we have our Get Your Shit Done Gently sessions, which are focused sessions where you get to work on the goals or anything that you have to work on to get to where you want, but with my support. So meaning you work on your individual goals, but you have my support. The plan is for me to show up like 30 minutes before, have time to answer some questions that you may have, and then we get to work for an hour, for a focus hour. And here is the thing, you know what? It's not going to only be about you want to have a business and you have to do this thing. But maybe if you need that hour to freaking rest and just be in the presence of other powerful women who are living this gentle badass life, you are able to do this as well. I want you to use these hours to really cater to yourself and cater to where you want to be, okay? But then there's more. There's the 21-day challenge that we're starting now, Make the Move, with daily prompts. It's gonna be so good. And I'm seeing the comments. I'm so excited that you are freaking excited about it as well. Oh my God, it's gonna be so, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about the challenge that we're going to have. We're gonna have daily prompts. We're gonna have also, by the way, let me share the link in case there's somebody here who is not in the academy yet and you want to join us. And you know what else? And is saying, I'm so excited to get started with the group. Yes, me too. Me too. And I'm so excited to have you, Anne. So cool thing is that I am starting this thing with a founder's member price. And it's crazy. It's 33 euros per the year. Okay. We're going to be together for an entire year. And it's 33. I mean, on July 6th, it's going to go up, okay? You will never see this price ever again. You will never see it ever again. So this is your chance to join at this price. And yeah, I'm just so excited. This was an amazing Tuesday tea. And you know what? Just like I have girls from the academy here. That's what's happening. That's just the vibe and that's the energy. I'm so excited for us. The girls, the ladies from the academy, I'll talk to you tomorrow. There's a video coming up about everything that is happening in July. And for the rest of you, everybody, thank you so much for watching this live and hanging out with me and having some tea. I had no tea today. But anyways, the tea was here, and I'll see you next week for another Tuesday tea. I'm gonna drop the tea at 12 p.m. CEST. Well, I'll try to do it earlier, but I never know. And then I'm gonna show up here, bring in your questions, bring in your energy, and that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Go ahead, be a freaking badass, because yes, you are. And just remember to be gentle with yourself, okay? Bye.